What is a limp in poker preflop actions? Have you ever wondered what it means to limp in poker? Let's break it down in simple terms. A limp in poker preflop actions refers to a player entering the pot by calling the big blind amount. This happens when no one has raised before them. Instead of raising or folding, the player just matches the big blind bet to see the flop. This is known as limping in, and the player who does this is called a limper. There are two main types of limping to be aware of. The first is open limping. This occurs when a player is the first to enter the pot by calling the big blind. There has been no previous action before them. The second type is called over-limping. This happens when one or more players have already limped, and the player calls the big blind amount as well. This adds more players to the pot without raising the stakes. Now, limping is often seen as a weaker preflop move compared to raising. When a player raises before the flop, it puts pressure on their opponents. This gives the raiser a chance to win the pot immediately without seeing the flop. On the other hand, limping invites more players into the hand. This can lead to multi-way pots, which are usually harder to win. Because of this, many players tend to avoid limping from most positions, especially early positions. However, limping is not always a bad strategy. Some players use it selectively as a tactical tool. For instance, limping can be effective in late positions with speculative hands. It can also be useful in small blind positions to complete the bet cheaply. Skilled players know when limping can work well and when it should be avoided. In summary, a limp in poker preflop is simply calling the big blind to enter the pot without raising. While it is often viewed as a weak move, it can still serve strategic purposes depending on the situation and the skill level of the player. Understanding the difference between open limping and over limping, along with the implications of limping from different positions, is important for effective preflop play.